Humanity is going through a spiritual awakening. We are experiencing this shift together. Because of technology, we have been able to acquire so much knowledge and gain so much wisdom and understanding about this world and about the spiritual world that we never even knew existed. We are gaining so much knowledge about the powers that be that is ruling over us and controlling us and keeping us enslaved. We have came together as a collective and we have started questioning our reality. We have realized that something is going on, and this is not the way that we want to live on this planet, and this is not the way that we should have to live on this planet. We are now realizing that the very same people that say that they are here to serve us are causing us harm. We are realizing that they're causing this earth harm, that they're poisoning our food, that they're poisoning our air, that they're poisoning our water. We are realizing that the kids are being sex trafficked, the adults are being sex trafficked. We have so much homelessness going on in this world. We are realizing that these people have never been for us. And because of humanity's spiritual awakening, we are now on an outcry for truth to be told and for justice to prevail. Now, family, we're going to go back to the story of Adam and Eve, and we're going to take a deeper look into that story and see what was going on. Genesis chapter 1 states, the Hebrew word Adam is used in Genesis 1 to refer to the human species, including both men and women. So Adam was not just a man, Adam was both men and women. So now we have to ask ourselves, who was Eve? So we are going to look at Adam as being humanity, and we're going to look at the earth as being the garden. And we are going to look, we know that we are in this patriarchal system, and we know what the government and what these higher entities are doing to us. We know that they don't mean us any good because they're poisoning our food, our water, the earth in general. And what did the Father tell us? The Father told us that it's not good for man to be alone. I'll make him a helper, a companion. And the Father said that he would send a helper that would teach us all things and remind us of all that he said. And what did the Father tell us? The Father told us to keep his commandments and live. Get wisdom. Get insight. Do not forget. And do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. So our Father sent us wisdom. He sent us Eve. He sent us a helper. Someone who was going to guide and teach us all things. Someone who was going to protect and comfort us while we were in this garden. He sent us our mother. So while we are in this garden, it says that we are naked in this garden and we are not ashamed of being naked. And when you look up the word naked, naked has more than one meaning. And the meaning of the word naked means unprotected, uncovered, exposed to harm. So while we was in this garden, we wasn't ashamed of anything that we were doing. And we were not protected and we were exposed to harm. And the people who were in charge of the garden was the Elohim. But Elohim doesn't necessarily mean that it was God. Elohim can also refer to human rulers or judges, particularly when discussing the idea that they were meant to act as God representatives on earth, exercising authority and assuring justice. A prominent example of this usage is found in Psalms 82, where it is stated that human Elohim will one day answer to the supreme Elohim. So the Elohim that was watching Adam in the garden was not the supreme Elohim. And it also states that those Elohim will have to answer one day to the supreme Elohim, especially for the crimes of humanity that they have committed. And why do you think now that all these rulers are running scared? Okay, so now we are trying to figure out who this serpent was that came to the woman in the garden. So first we're going to read a spirit message of a serpent. In many cultures, the snake is revered as a symbol of wisdom, ancient knowledge, and intuition. The snake spirit animal may be telling you to trust your instincts and tap into your own internal wisdom. Snakes are often depicted as graceful animals as they move effortlessly between spiritual and earthly realms. So the serpent that was talking to the woman in the garden was a Nakash serpent. So what does Nakash mean? Nakash signifies to view attentively, to learn by attentive observation and experience, to hiss, to whisper, to divine, incantation, enchantment, augury, and omen. So to me, this serpent sounds like they have a lot more experience. They're much older. They have been observing a lot, and they are a lot more attentive now to their surroundings. They have a lot more awareness to what is going on than what they had before. The serpent told Eve, "You will not surely die." The serpent said to the woman, God says that when you eat fruit from that tree, you will know things that you have never known before. Like God, you will be able to tell the difference between good and evil. The woman saw that the tree's fruit was good to eat and pleasing to look at. So we already know that the serpent is wisdom. So wisdom came to the woman and told the woman to eat of the fruit, because if she ate of the fruit, then she should not surely die, and she should know the difference between good and evil. So when the woman ate of the fruit, the woman saw that the fruit was good. So the woman gave Adam the fruit, and Adam ate of the fruit. And once they ate of the fruit, then that's when their eyes opened and they saw that they were naked. Remember, at the beginning they were naked, but they were not ashamed that they were naked. But it wasn't until they ate the fruit and their eyes opened, and then they saw that they were naked and they wanted to cover up. And we all know that the Holy Spirit is wisdom, and she was sent to be a helper. And she was sent to be a helper for Adam, both man and woman. And Adam named her Eve, the mother of all living. And she was sent to comfort us, and she was sent to guide and teach us. And she was sent to bring remembrance in all things that the Father said. Do you remember what the Father said? So over time, with experience, with observation, the woman began to tap into her higher self, which is wisdom, and she began to have a spiritual awakening. And the serpent wisdom that was inside her, that was here to help her, led her to the fruit of the tree of knowledge. And she began to have a deeper awareness. She began to have a deeper awareness of this earth, of this planet. She began to have a deeper spiritual awareness, an awareness that she never knew even existed. She began to question her reality. She began to question her beliefs and she began to question her religion. So when Eve started eating of the fruit, what was the fruit? The fruit was wisdom. The fruit was knowledge. The fruit was understanding. And when she started eating of it, she saw that that fruit was good. Why was that fruit good to Eve? The fruit was good to the woman because it started feeding her soul. It started to feed her spirit. So now we need to look into this tree and see what was this tree that was in the midst of the garden. So the tree of life was in the midst of the garden. And to be at the center in terms of location is also to be at the center in terms of importance. So why were the Elohims, the rulers of this world, telling Adam to stay away from the tree of life if the tree of life is of importance? So what was that tree of life? Wisdom is a tree of life. The Mother Earth means that just as a tree provides life-sustaining nourishment, true wisdom, deeply rooted in the understanding of the natural world, represented by Mother Earth, can provide guidance and sustenance for a fulfilling life, offering growth and renewal to those who seek it. Tree of life symbolism. In many cultures, the tree of life symbolizes the source of life, interconnectedness, and eternal existence. Mother Earth represents the natural world, providing life and sustenance, often associated with nurturing and wisdom. Wisdom as nourishment. Comparing wisdom to a tree suggests that it can provide nourishment and support for one's life journey, as a tree provides fruit and shade. Now, what did the Father say again? Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom. Get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. Why was Adam naked in the garden? Adam was naked in the garden because Adam did not have any wisdom. Adam did not have a mother. A mother covers her children. A mother covers her children by acting as a protective barrier, by providing care and a sense of security, by offering comfort when they are scared or upset. So why did the Elohim want to keep Adam, humanity, from their mother, from wisdom? The Elohim, the rulers of this world, wanted you distracted. They wanted to keep you away from your power. They didn't want you to realize that God was in you and that the Father has sent a helper for you to guide you and to help you uncover all truths. They didn't want you to realize that you don't need to worship anything or anybody outside of yourself. They didn't want you to step into your higher power, because wisdom was going to teach you to be more compassionate and have more empathy towards humanity. Wisdom was going to connect you to all living beings on this planet, from the trees to the animals. Wisdom is your sustainer. The Elohims did not want you to realize that by focusing on yourself and not being distracted of the things of this world, you will start to evolve into your higher self. You will want to bring peace to humanity. They realized that if you woke up, you will start to use your voice to bring back peace and justice on this planet as a collective. They knew that through personal growth, awareness, experience, that will bring out the best version of yourself. And that once humanity stepped into their higher self, all truth will be revealed and all lies will fall. that humanity would no longer walk in fear because wisdom is always with us and she guides and protects us. And once humanity wakes up to the truth about their mother, that they will start to repay her by doing the same and protecting the Mother Earth. So the story about Adam and Eve is the story about humanity rising up in consciousness and exposing all lies that have been told over time, breaking down all systems that have been built off of those lies, and as a collective, gaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to change the planet and to change humanity for the better. And this story is also symbolic to the women, mothers, and grandmothers that's on this earth that acts just like the Mother Earth, who has given us birth, who has protected us, and who has given us wisdom on our everyday journey. Today, we are not here to blame you. We are here to give you thanks. And I just want to state one more thing before this video ends. The last time Adam and Eve got kicked out the garden, but this time, we not getting kicked out the garden. We are going to be the ones doing the kicking out. And that means that anything that does not serve us, we are going to get rid of.